Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here, joined by our analysts, Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And how about we check the numbers for MP?
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
And let's check Miami's starting lineup. Jaime Jaquez out there with Simone Fontecchio. Then there's Tyler Hero. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's MP in at the 1. And for the Jazz, Markkanen and Kessler are the big men. Then there's Keontae George. Then it's Bailey. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 2. Doris, how excited are you for this front court matchup we have in front of us tonight? 2 of the best in the game.
BA, I've had this one circled on my calendar for some time. The front court matchup is absolutely special. 2 big-time guys.
Now here's Markkanen. Kessler, a screen on Jaquez. Markkanen for 3. For 3, George. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. To the inside. Here's Adebayo. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
That's the spot where Adebayo can do the most damage.
Here's George, and George with the jam.
Are you serious? That is some power from a point guard.
Oh, I love backcourt players with some ups.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Bird, that's good.
The floor spacing ability on display by MP right there.
And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul. And just over a minute played here to start the game. Kessler passes to George. Pass to Markkanen. Clock at 6. Takes the 3. And it's Bird with a rebound. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Heat. And they've been winning at a high level this season. Most games not even close. Their point differential is sky high.
Yeah, a lot of their games have been essentially over by the third quarter. Blowouts, big margins, really astonishing the dominance they displayed over the course of the season. I'm not sure we've ever seen a team so consistently dominant.
Here's Sensabaugh following the three-point basket by Miami. Pass to Kessler. Markkanen from long range. Rebound Miami. Coming off a win against the Blazers.
And that one, the other team could not keep up with them offensively. They were prolific.
Well, let's give some credit to the coaching staff as well, recognizing the weaknesses in that defense and going after each one of them.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Now here's Markkanen. He's coming off a 19-point game against San Antonio.
So often the outcome of a game is dictated in the first quarter of a game. This is a tough start.
Adebayo finds MP. Yes, and it's Adebayo picking up the assist. MP's got 6.
I just love the ball movement.
And last season, the Jazz with the worst record in franchise history, Grant.
Yeah, losing with a plan, though. Utah, such a smart organization. If you're going to tear it down to the studs, do it in a good draft year.
And here's Miami. They're on an 11-2 run. Fontecchio outside. Pass to Hero. Fires the 3. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
And so Will Hardy calls a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Now that we're into the new year, how about a check on the Eastern Conference standings? You take a look at the Heat. They are holding down the #1 spot in the conference. Not a bad position to be in.
I think for the Heat, there is a lot of talent on this team, and they've delivered. They're having a great season, and it's only left their fans wanting more.
Well, how about the momentum they have built to get off to this fantastic start? All positive vibes right now for this group.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Charity stripe shot, and it's Miami with a rebound.
Sometimes the game requires you to just keep at it, so he's got to be aggressive.
Bird passes to Hero. Back to MP. Hero outside. MP against George. Nails it from beyond the arc. MP's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
And here's Bailey for 3. Kicks it to George. It's Markkanen on the wing. Will it go? Jaquez grabs the board.
No one in his way. You have got to make the defense pay. That's a quality mid-range look right there.
And the ball out of play. The Jazz will have it. And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Filipowski, he's checked in for Utah. Collier comes in for Sensabaugh. So Miami going with an almost entire new group here. Ware's checked in for Adebayo. Jovic comes in for Jaquez. Wiggins, he's checked in for Fontecchio. And Mitchell subbed in for Hero. Pass to Collier. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first. And another miss by Utah. Heat leading by 18. Inside. Stolen by Kessler. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Trailblazers delivered in a major way. He tallied 21 points, and he made a significant contribution from beyond the arc, as usual, and his effort helped end their losing streak. He'll be looking to inspire them with another win tonight.
Oh, great stuff, Allie. You have to love the intensity he showed last time out.
Yeah, he was the team's driving force, and tonight might be more of the same.
Well, I think what he has shown is when they send 2 in his direction, he is willing to make the pass and look out below. You simply have got to box out Walker Kessler. This guy gets a lot of his offense from second chance opportunities.
Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. Wiggins outside. MP, the pass to Jovic. Back to MP. Now here's Wiggins. Miami moving it around. From deep, MP. His 4th make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
MP is in a great rhythm right now. It behooves this team to just keep feeding this young guy.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one. A different look here for Utah. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Kessler. Williams comes in for Markkanen. And Mikhailuk subbed in for George. Adebayo's checked in for Miami. Larson comes in for MP. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Both teams will make substitutions. And it's Utah with the ball. Here's Collier, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. Here's Sensabaugh. Check by Mitchell. 6 to shoot. That one falls. Sensabaugh's got his first basket.
Sometimes with that much of a height advantage, resistance is futile.
Setting the floor for the Heat. They've got MP, Khalil Ware out there with Bam Adebayo. Then it's Davion Mitchell, and it's Wiggins in at the small forward position.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Markkanen. Here's Sensabaugh. And here's Bailey for 3. Adebayo grabs the board.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Here's Bird. The rebound by the Jazz. A tough loss coming against San Antonio in their last game.
It's a fine line between playing with urgency and being out of control. And they crossed that line.
You have got to be a low mistake team in today's NBA because once those turnovers start piling up, you're giving your opponent too many extra looks.
Collier. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Collier's got 5.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
You got to give Isaiah Collier credit. He's a young player who knows his role, Doris.
One of those guys who's easy to play with because his primary job description is facilitator. Give this young man credit for finding open teammates. That certainly endears you to the veterans.
And that one's good. Markkanen.
Yeah, you can see with Markkanen's build, he can just force his way through contact.
Wiggins passes to MP. Now Ware. 11 points for him last game against Portland. And Adebayo slams it in.
Boy, he may not be the biggest center in this league, but big-time athleticism on display.
Utah's gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Here's Sensabaugh. His last outing, he had 20. And he gets that one. Collier's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
You love it when a guy can put a slow start behind him and begin to ramp it up.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. A different look here for Utah. Kessler comes in for Nurkic. And it's Keontae George in for Collier. Miami also changing it up. Jaime Jaquez is checked in for Adebayo. Fontecchio comes in for Andrew Wiggins. And it's Hero in for Mitchell. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Fontecchio, the pass to MP. Hits the trifecta. He's got 18.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And the foul called on MP. That's foul number 2 for him.
In the first half, you want to stay aggressive, but you also want to be careful. That is his 2nd foul already.
And it's Utah with the ball. George outside. And he lays it up and in.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Pass to Jaquez. To the middle.
Stay there.
Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. In today's game, it seems like running a good offense can come down to getting favorable switches, Doors.
It does, B.A. You see so many of the great teams, those competing for championships. What is their primary goal on offense? Find the weakest target defensively and go at them.
And he knocks down the first one. Both shots good from the stripe. For Utah, they've gone 6 of 11 here in the second quarter. George against MP. George outside. Pass to Sensabaugh. From deep, it's good. Set up beautifully by George. Sensabaugh's got 5 points now in the quarter.
A growing aspect of George's game. He's working to become a strong facilitator.
Back to MP. There's the triple. Utah grabs the miss. this their first chance to take a look at the Heat this season.
Not exactly the biggest game on the season schedule, but both teams are capable of flashing serious potential.
We're seeing two teams that could be building more for the future, trying to instill a winning culture, and we'll see which team takes a step in that direction.
George against MP. Back to Fontecchio. Pass to Hero. 6 on the shot clock. And here's MP from outside. Sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries.
Boy, this guy making the most of his chances here, really giving his team a lift.
Here's Sensabaugh. Another 3 for Utah.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Itakes on the wing. Back to MP. Fontecchio, the pass to MP. Miami moving it around. Fires from deep. And again, Miami with a triple.
He's dropping the 3 ball with incredible consistency. What a barrage here in the first half.
Markkanen with it. And you look at the numbers, currently around 22.5 points a game. Kessler, a screen on Jaquez.
Oh, tough rebound for the big fella, but that is his job, folks.
And so it's MP making things happen for Miami. He's been lighting it up tonight. 24 points. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Heat leading by 22. Markkanen and Kessler are the big men. Then it's Bailey. Then there's Keyonte George. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 2. And that's the group for Will Hardy as we begin the second half. With the 10-footer, Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Sensabaugh. To the paint. And he drops it in from the low post. Kessler's gotten his second bucket.
We are talking 7 foot, 245 pounds. You better be able to finish it, Mr. Kessler.
Pass to Jaquez. From deep, MP. Score it. 13 shots, 9 makes. Solid.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Heat leading by 23. Back to Fontecchio. Hero finds MP. Baseline jumper. No good. A bit long that time. And for Utah, they're shooting only 42%. Down low. Here's Kessler. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. Kessler's got 6.
Good looks from Bailey. You'd like to see him dish it a little more at this level than he did in college.
And Grant, when it comes to pure shot-making ability, scouts love Ace Bailey's natural tools.
Yeah, when he's taking good shots, he can carry the offense. Needs to get a little stronger and clean up a few things, but his upside as a scorer is tremendous.
George outside. Miami grabs the miss. Bird's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Jaquez. And here's Adebayo. Second shot opportunity, and he lays it up and in. Give him 8.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thank you. A big win here or there can really sustain a rebuilding team, and Utah coach Will Hardy said the results matter in order to keep belief in your process, seeing the work pay off. The building of a team doesn't happen in one day. The players are staying with it, and they deserve all of the credit for that. BA, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. Bird passes to Fontecchio. Back to MP. Pass to Jaquez. Hero outside. Shot clock at 5. Puts up a 3. Buries it from 3.
For like 95% of guys, that is a bad shot, but not Hero. He's got endless range.
Here's Sensabaugh. There's the 3. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 3 assists in the game.
He kicks it out, takes advantage of the open space. That'll leave a defense scrambling.
To the middle. Hero with the bucket. 14 points for Tyler Hero.
Yeah, busting his way inside. Hero making sure he kept moving toward the hoop.
Here's Sensabaugh. He's got 11. George for 3. And Hero grabs the board. Jaquez, the pass to MP. And he banks in the layup. Bird's got 29 points.
Well, MP goes through the defense for the score. Wow.
And Utah calls time here. Filipowski, he's checked in for Utah. Ware's checked in for Miami. Wiggins comes in for Fontecchio. Here's George. Give him 8 points now. Pass to Sensabaugh. Now Kessler, hounded by Adebayo. And stolen by Adebayo. Hero left side. And here's MP from outside. Counted from distance. MP's got 8 here in this quarter.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Bailey, hounded by Wiggins. Here's Sensabaugh. 5 on the clock. Utah moving the ball around. Some room here for George. And it falls all over the rim and in. George has got 10 points in the game.
Well, rise and fire. Keontae George in the catch and shoot.
Offensive rebound. And Adebayo slams it in.
And it's so hard to stop the putback when you let him live at the rim like that.
Boy, once he gets his hands on it around the rim, it's too late.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Kessler against MP. George passes to Kessler. And finished off by Kessler.
Well, tremendous strength and authority on that dunk. Nicely done, Walker Kessler.
Miami calls timeout. So Utah going with an almost entire new group here. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Kessler. Markkanen comes in for Bailey. Mikhailuk's checked in for Sensabaugh. And it's Collier in for George. Miami also changing it up. Jovic, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Larson comes in for Hero. And Mitchell subbed in for MP. And Miami has possession. He's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. MP's checked in for Miami. Pass to Ware. Back to MP. And you think about the Defensive Player of the Year award. It tends to go to big men. Any thought of dividing the award into two? Maybe one for perimeter players and the other for big men?
Absolutely not, Brian. What we need to do is consider that the single most important thing it is for your defense nightly is guarding the best point guards or wings in the league. And the voters have got to understand it can't only be about big men.
And let's take a look at Miami. We've got Kel'el Ware, Mitchell out there with MP. Then it's Andrew Wiggins, and it's Jovic in at the four-man position with the step back, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Collier.
And you have to be more careful with the basketball. These are possessions that you don't get back.
The Heat have gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. From deep, MP. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Mitchell's got 4 assists now tonight.
Oh, serious range from MP. I wasn't sure he had that in his bag.
Pass to Mikhailuk. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball.
That's miscommunication, and we rarely see that happen.
A different look here for Utah. Bailey's checked in for Filipowski. Sensabaugh comes in for Mikhailuk. And it's George in for Collier. And Miami with a change here too. Larson's checked in. Miami has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. MP scanning the floor. Pass to Larson. Back to MP. Lets the 3 fly. Hits the three-pointer. Bird's got 38 points.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
And here's Kessler. Now George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They need this. Utah with another miss.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
From deep, MP. Another one goes. Incredible.
I mean, yet again, he's reached 40 points. He's close to having the 4th most 40-point games in a single year.
Well, we've seen it. He's been on fire all season long. Sensabaugh, no good.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Pass to MP. Up top, Wiggins. Back to MP. This one for 3. And the Heat, another 3.
Quick decision-making by MP. I love how confident he looked taking that shot.
George against MP. George. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Listen, he's carrying his own weight, there's no doubt, but it is very hard to win a basketball game by yourself.
Wiggins outside. MP outside. Miami moving it around. Jacks up a 3. On target from range. MP's got 47 points.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Great positioning on the putback.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. And to encourage more mid-range and post-play, some have suggested moving the three-point line outward.
I do not like this idea, B.A. You can't move the corner any further back. How many sideline violations do we already have? Let the game play as is.
From deep, MP. Oh, connects again.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Utah's got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the fourth. 0 for 4.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Heat.
And the huge difference today, the efficiency from beyond the arc.
Yeah, once they started hitting shots, it stretched out the D and opened up the entire offense.
And tonight's win will give them an even 40 on the year.
And with this one all but in the record books, They set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for MP.
This is the very definition of being in a zone. Everything the defense tried against him, he had an answer for it.
And the Heat with some changes. Johnson comes in for Jovic, and Yakachonis subbed in for Larson. 36 seconds left in the game. Kessler passes to George. Here's Bailey, beyond the arc. The rebound by Wiggins. They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, B.A. They deserve the win.
To the left side wing. Three-pointer Yakachonis drills it from deep.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
That's good from George. George hits them both. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From deep, MP. It falls.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
So no problem for Miami as they get the win. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.